We are going to talk about a very new issue, that is novel neurotransmitters. Nitric oxide works as a neurotransmitter, and this is a new discovery. So that's why I headlined my video as novel neurotransmitters, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide, the discovery that gases could function as neurotransmitters, revealed that highly atypical modes of signaling existed between neurons. In the early 1990s, nitric oxide was the first gas to be ascribed to a neurotransmitter function and proved to be an atypical neurotransmitter for several reasons. First, it was not stored in or released from synaptic vesicles. As it was a small gas, it could freely diffuse into the target neuron. Second, its target was not a specific receptor on the surface of a target neuron, but intracellular proteins whose activity could directly be modulated by nitric oxide, leading to neurotransmission. Nitric oxide also lacks a reuptake mechanism to remove it from the synapse. Although enzymatic inactivation of it is postulated to exist, nitric oxide appears to have a very short half-life of a few seconds. Nitric oxide was initially discovered as a bactericidal compound released from macrophages and as an endothelial cell. It derived relaxation factor allowing for the dilation of blood vessels. A role for nitric oxide in the brain followed, revealing a role for the gas in neurotransmission, learning and memory processes, neurogenesis, and neurodegenerative diseases. So this is the role of nitric oxide as a novel neurotransmission. Novel means new neurotransmission. Nitric oxide, let's talk about nitric oxide and behavior. Nitric oxide neurotransmission can play a role in behavior as neuronal nitric oxide synthase deficient male mice display exaggerated aggressive tendencies and increased sexual activity. In female mice, the contrary is true as they have reduced aggression. As many bipolar patients may show both hypersexuality and aggression, the nitric oxide pathway may participate in the psychopathology of affective states. In the periphery, nitric oxides localizes to neurons that innervate blood vessels of the penis, including the corpus cavernosa. Stimulation of these nerves releases nitric oxide, leading to cyclic guanosmic monophosphate formation, blood vessel wall relaxation and vasodilation, penile engorgement, and initial erection. The sustained phase of erection also depends on nitric oxide. Turbulent blood flow leads to phosphorylation of ENOS and sustained nitric oxide production. Drugs used in treatment of erectile dysfunction act to inhibit uh, phosphodiesterase. And type 5, an enzyme that degrades CGMP in the penis, thereby potentiating nitric oxide neurotransmission and penile erection. Numerous lines of evidence have suggested a role for nitric oxide in the regulation of sleep-wake cycles. NOS expressing neurons occur in several areas that initiate REM sleep, rapid eye movement sleep, including the pons, dorsal leafy nucleus, laterodorsal tegmentum, and pedonocontine tegmentum. In animal models, microinjection of compounds that release nitric oxide result in decreased wakefulness and increased slow wave sleep. Consistent with this, NOS inhibitors show a trend toward decreasing slow wave and REM sleep. Studies of NOS deficient mice suggest that nitric oxide may serve as a more complex role than merely promoting sleep. In NOS deficient animals also show reduced REM sleep. However, inducible nitric oxide synthase deficient mice demonstrate the reverse, suggesting a complex interplay between NOS enzymatic isoforms. There is a good relation between nitric oxide and mood disorders. There is also relation between nitric oxide and schizophrenia. There is also neuropathological roles of nitric oxide in human body. So we will read about them later. So this is the first information I have ever accrued from this book, that nitric oxide acts as a neurotransmitter which plays a pivotal role in the neurological, physiological, biological sectors of human body. So that's all about a new and novel neurotransmitter, and that is nitric oxide. Thank you for patient hearing.